Okay, this is just gonna jump right into it. Presumably, when watching this video, you've already seen the details, you've already seen the animations. This is just looking at the community reaction on Twitter to the new LR Piccolo standby into Goku, as well as the EZA physical Goku and Piccolo, which both had their details released last night. Okay, so first, obviously, we have a bit of a. I've never had this before. It's not kind of the JP perspective of this. It's just a little tweet. Way too awesome. Love to see some J. I don't know. Like, is this a popular Japanese Dokkan account? No, it's just a random account that also plays Dokkan, I'm guessing. But I wish I knew who the popular Japanese Dokkan YouTubers were, so that I could like get them in here. I really want to know what the Japanese opinion is on some of these EZAs and LR releases. Saw this and just sighed. This is the new LR, and this isn't the EZA. Starting from the ninth turn from start of battle, key for attack plus 250%, chance for a crit plus 50%, and damage reduction 60%. Why are we complaining about this? I feel like if you actually read this, is like, is this LARP? Like, if you just, I mean, like, yeah, obviously we want this, just like having abilities that just basically you never get outside of like festival or something would be like really annoying. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it matters. Like, this character is gonna be still really crazy despite the fact that they're not gonna get this up. So I don't really see the complaint here. Like, side, like, I guess, yeah, I would sigh looking at that ability, but it's really whatever. Look at this Goku animation, by the way. This is Goku's really good animation. That one shot with it isn't really good, but yeah, that's just like Goku. That was loud. Goku's super attack is really good. Like, it is on nearly at that Dokkan original level of animations that we've been getting recently. Yeah, look at that. It's just so fluid. Besides that, I think that shot where he releases the coming out isn't as fluid, but everything in the animation besides that is really crazy. Moving down, I think it's kind of hilarious that Piccolo in his Goku, I'm going to fucking murder you and then kidnap and beat up your 4-year-old son arc is a super class unit. Yeah, it's kind of funny. They're a bit finicky on who's super class, who's not super class. It really doesn't matter. I saw someone say we need a neutral class. It like for restrictions, I hope they never drop a neutral class, because I don't want them to have like oh, let's drop like, think about like LR Namek Goku, LR Full Power Frieza. One of them gets extra key against when they're facing super class enemies. One of them gets, obviously, Frieza gets extra key versus super class enemies. Goku gets extra key versus extreme class enemies. Imagine we get a neutral class boss, and then neither of those units are getting it in there. It's like, I would be okay with it if it was like they then change every single condition in the game to be super class or neutral if it's just super class, and then every single condition that's extreme class to be extreme class or neutral, like, so it counts, so the neutral class kind of counts as both. But I wouldn't be okay with it besides that, because then this would fuck up so many conditions when you just release a new class like that. Like, yeah, it just, I don't think that'd be a good idea. This is so damn awesome, man. The Sand Saga celebration has kicked ass. Finally, they stopped being stingy with EZAs, and they have built a strong Sand Saga team in one celebration. Keep this up. I mean, yeah, like, we had so many celebrations last year where it just felt like they could have EZA'd so much more than they did, and they just didn't. Like, in this year too with Daima, I just feel like the entire 11th anniversary, they could have dropped so many more EZAs than they did, and they just didn't. Like, I don't really get why they did that. And then people praised them during last GDC for just dropping a bunch of sub ECAs, which I can respect, but I feel like we should also get that. Like, we should be getting that all the time. Dokkan has so many sub EZAs they could do, because the reason Dokkan has so many sub EZAs is because for years and years and years they've been EZAing characters that released with banner units and then not EZAing the banner units with them. So it's like they just have so many banner units that they could go back to in EZA to buff these teams, and yet they're just not doing it. I think that's a good thing they did during GDC, but also I think they have to focus more on like the major like LR EZAs like this Goku and Piccolo, and making sure we have strong ones of those. Like, that matters more than anything in celebrations. Besides, like, okay, the things that matter, the main unit the EZAs, the difficult content. Like you bang on all of those, and your celebration will be forever remembered as like really really good. That's just how Dokkan is. What the fuck is that EZA LR Goku and Piccolo, huh? Are they not straight up one of the best EZAs ever? Yeah, I read their kit. They look insanely good. My personal complaint about this character here, let's get out of full screen. My personal complaint about this character is that prior to EZAing, they had no team restrictions. And now that they've EZA'd, they have some Sand Saga restrictions that make you want to use them. Like, yeah, when there's another Sand Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, bam. Damage reduction 10% before attacking. And if there is another Earth Protecting Hero category ally attacking in the same turn, plus additional damage reduction 10% before attacking. So they do want a Sand Saga Earth Protecting Hero character, which the new LR obviously is, and this character is. But they just they need it's another, so they need another character besides themselves that's on Sand Saga and Earth Protecting Hero to be used next to him to get this extra 20% damage reduction. Besides that, they just be at 50%, and I think they wouldn't be 50, no, yeah, 35%, 15%, and then they would just yeah, that's it, that's all they have. So they'd be I saw someone say on the timeline they'd be at 80% damage reduction, but this character doesn't have. I guess they have tough as nails, so they could get up to 75%. 15 plus 35, that's 50, and then the extra 10% they can get before attacking. They could definitely get that, but I don't like that they took a unit that had no restrictions and then made them a unit that has restrictions. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think Dokkan should be doing that. Let's go back. Yeah, it's definitely awesome. I think that they dropped this EZA and they're just like so good. Damn, I wish recently weren't so restricted to the new units. I mean, I didn't, dude. I swear I didn't even read this when I was thinking about it, but I guess I was thinking about this tweet too. Uh, I wish I obviously I bookmarked it, so I had seen this tweet, but I was thinking about it when I saw this when they were saying are one of the best EZAs ever. I agree. We need to stop making EZAs like that. Stop being afraid to just make EZAs good. I think if they had just tied those, because this is a like if you guys saw this character is a rainbow orb changer. If they had just tied those conditions to needing orbs instead of needing a specific unit on the team, that would have been significantly more fun. I don't like that this unit changed from being no restrictions to restrictions. Like that's not a fun mechanic for me that they did that. I wonder what the standby fail animation is. I'm pretty sure there's no fail animation, and because if you collect one singular orb, you get it. Let me check the global Dokkans. Let me check. I guess I won't be able to see for certain, but I'm pretty sure if you collect one like singular orb, then standby for 10 turns. Yeah, I guess I can't see for sure, but 10 turn during which charge time increased by 3 per STR key sphere obtained by allies and 1 per non STR key sphere obtained by allies. I guess I read this differently. They're a little bit stronger than I thought. I read this initially as 3 per STR key sphere obtained by this character and then 1 per STR key sphere obtained by allies that are not this character. But I guess, dude, this is actually really, really insane. I mean, you know who we need to get an EZA that would like make this just ridiculous? Bulma. Like, dude, imagine Bulma with an EZA with this ability, and we have the physical LR that also is making a field of physical and STR key spheres. Like that is actually insane. I think this unit's gonna be crazy. I don't think they have a standby fail animation though. I think it's just the animation for the finish, because I think if you collect one singular key sphere while you're in it, then you can do it, and that's what makes it a no fail animation. She's pretty good. Would have preferred a tag, but I guess the standby fits this moment better. True. This unit released post 7th anniversary, and the standby mechanic wasn't in the game, and it's very clear that this unit, that moment when they dropped the LR Goku and Piccolo, who is EZAing right now, was meant to be like a standby. That's what they intended to do, and that's what they really wanted to do. They did not want to do just like an exchange. Seems pretty good. Would prefer to tag, but I guess standby fits this moment better. Can immediately go into the standby on Piccolo's second turn, and then Goku looked like he was pretty good as an all-around unit that can support and probably tank well. Just hope you get lucky at the type orb changing. Yeah, it is single type orb changing. Goku in standby changes one type of orb to STR Kyushu, so that's not like a crazy strong ability. I wish we had some in between, because I feel like double type orb changing is just too strong to just be handing out, but single type orb changing is so inconsistent. Like I wish we had like an in between, like okay, like a change one type of key sphere to STR key spheres, and then change an additional like four random key spheres on the battlefield to STR key spheres, like like something like that. That just makes it a tiny bit more consistent, just like a to bridge the gap between double type orb changing, which is really really strong, and single type orb changing, which is kind of inconsistent when it's good. Private servers might get booted for this one. Yep. People definitely. This is a very fun like unit on release. I did not have them, but like on release, just like they're just really they stacked attack, and then they dropped their bomb active skill. They were like an 8th anniversary type of character before the 8th anniversary LRs had even dropped. I think that's a very fun mechanic. This character, Tech Pan, STR Kaioken Blue Goku, if you guys remember him. Constant tag characters drain animation quality and does get boring if it's constantly spam. Yes, in-game usage of this is 100% good for more diversity and power, but prefer other techniques to get a shine as well. I agree. I completely agree. But my issue isn't that, like, okay, I completely agree, and you are right, but you're not making the right point, which is this isn't like a Dokkan is like hands tied behind my back. I can't put this standby character on every category that Goku and Piccolo are on. Only tag characters get that. Sorry, can't do it. Can't do it. This is literally just Dokkan being stingy. Here, let me reply to this. Uh, the fact, the fact that you're making it seem you are seem like the issue is that every character has to be a tag rather than Dokkan needs to stop being stingy with how they hand out categories to exchange slash standby slash duo units is insane bootlicking. Everybody knows how the Truth DT gets down. Like he will love and love Akatsuki until the ends of the earth. So I feel like we have to point out that this is a fault on Dokkan. I'll respond to this guy too and say something like this is a fault on Dokkan. This is a fault on Dokkan. They literally could just put exchange slash duo characters on all the categories. They are just stingy. It really is just Dokkan's fault here. It's not like the tag animations, tag units also like they are just more animations. People complain that they drain the animation quality. I'm not sure how much that's true. I think it's more so like a LR versus TUR, like having both characters have more animations. I think that's why you see Goku's animation is really really good because he only has one super attack. I think that helps him a lot. Go Piccolo eating all the Sans Augustine STR orbs in front of LR Kaioken Goku. LR Kaioken Goku, such an unfortunate release. And the fact that we haven't got a Kaioken Goku since then is actually so bad. Like, it hurts so bad because Kaioken Goku is like the most of the Sans Saga characters. I would say Goku and Piccolo and Kaioken Goku are the ones that people would be hyped for the most. Like the moment where Piccolo uses a special beam cannon and Goku, like Kaioken Goku from Sans Saga, or like the most hyped things for people. Like Sans Saga is not like a particularly hyped saga, but those are things that you can get people hyped for. And unfortunately, we just have not had a Kaioken Goku hit hard or like hit the I don't know, hit the I don't know what to call it. I'm trying to think of the phrase, but I'm not like it's not coming to my head right now. I just woke up. We have not had a Kaioken Goku just bang, like drop, and he's really, really crazy. We need a Dokkan Fest LR Kaioken Goku, I think, to make up for the mistake that the release of LR STR Kaioken Goku was. and the EZA that was, and it's just not that good. I love how they genuinely think about how these kits will work in practice nowadays. It's responding to this tweet. So what I'm gathering: early game, physical Goku and Piccolo on slot one, STR Piccolo slot two. Then use the active and standby, switching positions. Physical Piccolo supercharges the standby. Yep, he changes field of key series and gets 300% defense and guard. STR Goku gets all those STR key series. Guys, it's perfect. Yeah, they handled this really, really, really well. It's sort of like it really. I hope that when they just like moving forward that they design kits like this to be used in unison with characters. I just hope they don't make it like where you have to use them next to the characters. Like I don't like that. Like I said this many times before, I'm just a broken record. I don't like the Sand Saga restrictions because that character did not have any Sand Saga restrictions on release. So it's really dumb that they decided to do that and just add the restrictions. But hopefully moving forward we won't see things like that on LRs and EZAs. Okay, continuing on. It's always insane when I see Dokkan doing this for so many DFEs and then they just don't do it for others. Like, why is a DFE TUR Vegeta plus Nappa getting better treatment for their team as opposed to a major celebration Carnival LR STR Rose plus Samasu? This is honestly just true. Uh, it's so dumb that the Super Bosses team was just like completely dead. This is also one of those things where I talk about where it's incompetent devs, but I'm gonna give Dokkan me, I hate Akatsuki. I hate how incompetent they are. And I, big Akatsuki hater, am going to give Dokkan the benefit of the doubt that this is Geppi's Dokkan and that was Omatsu's Dokkan. In Omatsu's Dokkan, LR, Rose doesn't get the buffs he needs. In Omatsu's Dokkan, LR full power Broly drops and the Super Boss's team is a fucking mess. That's Omatsu's Dokkan. That's how Omatsu handled Dokkan. Geppi is now choosing to handle Dokkan like this. And I think that's it's a good tone. The way they handled Daima, the way they handled Vegeta plus Nappa's Sand Saga team. This is how like I'm expecting moving forward until it's like Dokkan does something until they don't do something. In Geppi's Dokkan, they're handling buffing all these teams really well, and until they mess up, they're banging. Like I can't say much more than that. Like they're doing well for what they have been doing right now. Why is Goku's SA leagues above everyone else here? I think it's just because he only has one. Like they put all their effort into one, and that's why his is just better. I saw somebody say something really annoying. You can't be abbreviating it to that, dude. We've been, bro. Goku's SA, dude. How badly do you have to LARP Dokkan like to be like saying, oh, you can't be abbreviating it to that, dude? Like, oh my god, like it's actually crazy. People are ragging on Piccolo's animations. They're not the craziest. Like, let's look at a bit of them right now. This is 18 key, I believe. Um, yeah, this doesn't like that right there doesn't look particularly good. It's just like there's some good shots, but the animation itself is not like particularly good. But it's really whatever. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't care if a Gold Coin LR has a few mishapped animations in there, just not the craziest. Like I said, we need a neutral class type. This is the tweet I was talking about earlier. We don't need a neutral class type. That's a bad idea for restrictions and stuff. I think you have all these characters that were had already dropped. I guess, like I said, you could make every single restriction that is super class and or extreme class just or neutral, so that neutral counts as both. But I think for the sake of team building and stuff, it like honestly, people might say like, oh, just get rid of typing entirely, but it's like it just adds more. It adds more to the game, like that. It does add more to the game. This unit does suffer a bit though from their categories because they are just like a Piccolo unit. They're not a Piccolo plus Goku. Like I said, Dokkan very stingy when it comes to these duo slash exchange characters on their categories. But I definitely think that a neutral class like would not. This is not like a. You are not helping the unit actually. You are not helping the unit in like any way really. So that's my issue with this. Standby in 2026. Yeah, this is okay. The fact that this character got a standby is a little bit annoying to me because we went through 2025 without like getting nearly any 2025 we went through 2025 without getting any oh my goodness, I'm blanking, without getting any standbys. Went through 2024 with getting like, I'm pretty sure we got no standbys or few standbys. And it's like, so they wait years and years and years, basically until they decide to EZA the two most prominent standby units in Dokkan history, that the ones that introduced the mechanic, the 8th anniversary LRs. And if you don't know, you can't have two of the same type of standbys out at the same time. And so they wait all those years until the 8th anniversary LR's EZA to start dropping standbys again. That is a little bit annoying to me. I think that they should not have done that. They should have the fact that they just stopped releasing standbys, and then okay, we released the two most prominent standby units in Dokkan history ever, and they're EZA, so they're now relevant again. And then you can't have more than one of the same type of standby out. So let's just start releasing standbys again. I really hope we don't do that. I really, really hope we don't do that. We don't get like a 8th anniversary Boo Duo into tag, or into the standby transformation for Super Saiyan 4 full power. And I hope we don't get a situation like that again. Luckily, this unit is presumably only going to be used on the Sand Saga team because that's their only major team as of right now. So it shouldn't hurt the Boo Duo really all that bad, the way the Super Saiyan 4 Goku using on all those Sand teams alongside the Boo Duo hurt them. For those complaining about Constantine, yeah, we saw this. This is exactly why tie characters are a good thing. The new LR Piccolo essentially only understands like a team in terms of the 220% buff. This may be the last tweet, right? But yeah, it's the last tweet. Like I said, it's not that tag characters are like insanely better and a good thing. It's that Dokkan is stingy with categories. Legends does not have this issue. They do not have this issue. Legends does not drop characters like that. They do not handle things like that. They give every character everything, and like it's really annoying that people look at that they look at Dokkan and they say, "Oh, well, if this character is just a tag character," and it's like, well, also if Dokkan could literally like they could just do it, they could just add the categories. It's not. I promise you guys, whatever lines of code that they make it to add categories to characters, like it's not complex. They could just do that for this character, and like it's piss easy. I promise you. But Dokkan just obviously for whatever reason has decided that they really don't want to do that, and they're being like really Dokkan is being like a child. They're being really like stuck up about random things, and it's like, oh my god, bro, like just please just do it, like just do it. Like it's not like, why are you thinking that this tiny thing is such a big deal? Just ignore it and do it. And, that's how Dokkan has operated when it came to categories for the longest time. And then they operate. I mean, dude, we were 6 years deep into the game until they decided same name characters can be ran on the same team, and then still they don't allow it in EZAs, and they still don't allow them to link, and they still haven't changed the Fusion Zamasu name, even though they literally acknowledged that people complained about it, and their response was, "So we're gonna make the Broly next year start as a base Broly. That will fix the issue with the merged Zamasus you were complaining about." And it's like, dude, come the hell on! You can't be serious. But that's just like how Dokkan rules. They're just, I mean, maybe under Geppi's Dokkan, we're talking about Omatsu's Dokkan back then. Under Geppi's Dokkan, we could be seeing a big change coming up. So let me know what you guys think. Is this character? I see there's a lot of positivity in the community right now about this character. They're a bit more of a niche character that people still love, and so you see like the general audience is like, yeah, this is really cool. I'm glad for this. And then you see a lot of the people who will just automatically defend anything that's an unhyped pick because they want to be contrarians. Then you see those people always like, oh yeah, this is a really cool pick. I'm hype about this. So definitely that's kind of like a positive of this release. And I really I think that the EZA is busted and like the stats are crazy. I really want to see how they perform actually in game. I'm not going to have, as a free play player, I'm not going to have the new LR, but like I really don't even know if I'm going to like hop on to play because there's no content to use them in. Like there's the Resident Evil red zones, but those are going to go away. So it's like, why should I care about any unit's performance in there? Let me know what you guys think. Is this a good celebration? I think if it had I mean, you can't expect a random celebration to just have the super difficult content. But if we had anything from the 11th anniversary, like super difficult content, like if the Jiren fight stayed and we got to use these units in there, I would confidently say that this is a really, really good celebration. But besides that, I can't really say, are this a really, really good year so far? But besides like that not being the case, just makes it like, I don't know where to use these units. Like I love the units dropping. I need a place to use them, Dokkan.